A few months ago, bro, when I was just scrolling on Discord, I saw a message from this guy called Anthony J, and he said he found some weird website that he felt the need to share with us because it had all this weird knowledge from like the early 2000s. I was like, that's interesting. So I clicked on the link he sent in Discord, and it led me to this very basic looking website from like the early 2000s, as he said. And when I went on it, it was just like an index of like 200 fucking links, and all these links on this site were linked to like weird fucking obscure knowledge like gods and weird religion and like aliens, and there was shit about magic. It was just this really strange website. It was super basic. The background was like a bunch of stars or some shit. It was super weird. There was like 200 links. But what I saw at the top, there was a title that said 12 Days of Magic on this website. And I was like, I didn't know what any of this shit meant. I was looking at these links like, what the fuck is this? Anthony, what is this, bro? And then I saw there was a title, 12 Days of Magic, and under it, it was like day 1 and then day 2. And it had these list of links, and like next to each day was like the subject that it was gonna teach you that day. And day 1 was like meditation. Day 2 was like, I can't remember what it was, but on day 4 it was like becoming invisible or some shit like that. And like it wasn't a joke. I clicked the link and it was genuinely a thing on how to become invisible, right? I didn't really like look into it. I was like, what the fuck? But the one that caught my eye was day 4. Oh no, it was day 7. Day 7 was conjuring a ghost. And I was like, oh boy, what the fuck is this? And so I clicked on day 7, conjuring a ghost, and started reading it. Because you know, bro, I've always been into like ghosts and shit. I love ghosts. I don't think I've really ever seen a ghost, but I just love ghost stories and shit. And I was thinking, conjuring a ghost, if that shit's real, that's kind of cool, you know? I'm lonely, I need a friend. I'm gonna conjure a ghost. So I started reading this shit, and it started just explaining things about ghosts. Another thing as well, when I clicked this weird fucking ghost link, is that I don't know if this was an accident or intentional, but it downloaded a file to my computer every time I clicked on this link, and the file was called halloween.mid. So I don't know what the fuck that was about. So if you go on this link, because I'll send you the link, bro. If you go on this shit, be careful, because it will download some file to your computer, and I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's like the ghost conjuring software or some shit, bro, but it's weird. And there are a bunch of like ghost little like videos playing on the link. Anyways, it started explaining shit about ghosts and how you can actually conjure a ghost. And then it started talking about something called ectoplasm. Also, let me just like go off topic for a bit. I think the woman who wrote this site, she wrote every fucking like link and article and everything on this website. So there is a bunch of fucking knowledge on here that has been built up over like a decade or something, because there's so much of it. It was all written by this one woman. I don't remember her name, but I'll need to look into that. Anyways, this ghost articles thingy, whatever it is, started talking about something called ectoplasm. And it was explaining, bro, how ectoplasm was like residue left over from spirits or some shit like that. So it was saying essentially, when people take a photo of a ghost and there's like floating orbs or like white light and shit, that stuff is ectoplasm. And so apparently you can tell if there's a ghost because of this ectoplasm shit. And when people walk through ectoplasm, that's when you get like possessed and shit like that. I didn't really understand it, but I kept reading because I wanted to conjure a ghost in the end, right? And it started talking about how there were like 2 different types of hauntings. The first one was a residual haunting, I think it was. And this was when you have like a ghost or you have a haunting that is replaying the event of the haunting. So for example, if like someone dies and then you go to where someone dies, say they were murdered, maybe you will see a ghost and that whole scene will replay, but you don't get attacked, you don't interact with it. Like nothing happens to you, you just watch the experience. It's fun, you know, it's a good time. It's just the residual haunting. That's the first type of haunting there is, right? Where you're just watching a replay of some like death or some experience. And this person who wrote this was saying these are totally safe, they can be scary, but it's kind of fun to watch. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how many ghosts has this person like run into, bro? And then she said the second type of haunting was like interactive spirits or some shit. It was something like that. I don't remember the exact name. But actually I have this fucking thing open. Maybe maybe I need to like look at that shit. Interactive spirits, yeah. The second one was that, and that's when the ghost like knows you're there, and this ghost can like attack you. I mean, actually, that doesn't happen often. I'll explain in a minute. But the interactive spirits is where you will like feel different temperatures. Like you'll feel cold, you'll hear footsteps, and you can kind of interact with the ghost, right? Because they know you're there. And so what I was just saying with the ghosts attacking you, they actually wrote that ghosts are like exactly the same as they were when they were human, right? Assuming ghosts are real. As I said, I've never like seen a ghost, so I don't 100% know if it's real, but I kind of hope it is because it's sick. What was I saying? She was saying with that, that ghost shit is like, what the fuck was I saying, bro? I just completely forgot what I was talking about. That's why I shouldn't go off topic. Oh yeah, she was saying the ghosts are exactly the same as when they're a human. So generally, if you see a real ghost, they actually are probably nice and won't do anything bad. These kind of ghosts that attack you apparently were people who would like have attacked you if they were a human. So she was saying like most ghosts are actually fine, but if you run into a prankster, she literally said that, if you run into a prankster or some shit, they may kind of fuck with you because that's how they were when they were a human, and now they're a ghost, they're just gonna act exactly the same. So I thought that was interesting. So after she explained the different types of hauntings, she started going into like ghost hunting equipment. This is all leading up to like conjuring a ghost, right? She started getting into talking about the equipment you need to hunt a ghost. One of these was called a tri-field meter, if I'm correct, and it was some kind of like meter thing you can buy that records electromagnetic fields or some shit like that. Once again, I don't know what any of this stuff means, but it looks interesting. So this device, it's like you can record if there's like electromagnetic fields, and that should apparently let you know if there's a ghost or some shit. And funnily enough, I then went on Google and started reading up about this device, which then led me to someone in the ghost hunting Reddit that was like asking about it and asking for a review. Then that led me into the ghost hunting Reddit main subreddit, when I was scrolling on the post and I saw a recent, sorry, I'm just going really off topic here, but like this shit led me down into the ghost hunting Reddit, right? And the first post was like, ghost hunting with my son. And I was like, what is that? And I clicked on it. And the guy was like, my 7-year-old son said he wanted to start ghost hunting, so we're looking for places. And then he said like where they lived. And this guy was straight up looking to like rent out or like pay for a hotel room in a haunted hotel, just so he and his 7-year-old son could go ghost hunting, bro. So this guy's 7-year-old kid just said he wanted to go ghost hunting. Now this guy's like trying to look for locations and shit and trying to like pay for hotel rooms. I was thinking like, that's kind of weird, but that's a good father, you know, unless his kid ends up getting like possessed or some shit. Anyways, that's just like a whole tangent I went on. My point was, I was looking into the equipment this person listed for ghost hunting shit. The other one was a device that could read like temperature drops. So if you read a spot in your house where the temperature's lower, that basically confirms there's a ghost there or some shit. And then she was saying once you got the good equipment, you just need to go somewhere where there's a ghost. And I was thinking like, I thought this was a ghost conjuring fucking tutorial. Can't I just conjure or summon the ghost anywhere? I mean, I guess you kind of can from what she was saying, but she made the point that you kind of have to go where somewhere's haunted and where a ghost is already. So then she started listing out places where you should go to find somewhere that's haunted. And I'll just say like right here, when I was reading this shit, bro, it didn't even seem that delusional. Like, she did not seem fucking schizophrenic or weird at all. In fact, when she was listing some equipment and listing different types of cameras that can capture ghosts, it literally said like, you need to be careful with digital cameras because sometimes you'll see orbs on them that aren't actually ghosts but just bits of like dust. So this shit's like legit. This shit's not even like trying to trick you or trying to be funny. Like, it's genuinely giving you like legit ghost information. So it's kind of funny. Talking of the equipment she listed and the cameras, there was also a link to ghost photos, which I clicked on, which was once again another like page just full of photos of ghosts and like orbs and shit. So there are so many pages on this fucking website filled up with everything. I don't know like how she had the time to create all this shit, but it's really in depth. It's a lot. Anyways, so then she had a list of places to go where ghosts would hang out. Of course, the first one was like cemeteries and graveyards, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, ghosts are there. Then she was saying another one were theaters, because there's so many like ranges of emotions expressed in a theater that apparently that means there's lots of ghosts there. She was also saying hotel rooms, because thousands of people pass through hotels every year. So there's bound to be a ghost there, right? Which I think is what the guy with his 7-year-old son was looking into. Like, he was trying to find a haunted hotel room or some shit like that. I don't know. So it was just listing places to find haunted houses and like haunted areas. And then after that, it was also saying it could work if your house is haunted, or you could see if your own house is haunted. And I was like, interesting, my house may be fucking haunted. Because like, I've told you this before, bro. I don't know if you remember, but there was this one time when we moved into our house here and my mom was like folding clothes and then she gasped, and then in the corner of her eye, she said she saw a little boy fucking walking towards her. And my mom definitely like she's not crazy. She's very down to earth. Like, she's not one to make that shit up. So she said she saw a little boy in the corner of her eye. And my dad was like asking why she was gasping and shit. And that was the reason why. Let me get water. So yeah, I don't know. But so I was thinking, after I read that though, wow, maybe my house is already haunted. So I looked into the last section, which was talking about conjuring the ghost. And it started talking about a bunch of like energy shit, bro, that I didn't really understand. But it then started saying you can use a Ouija board. You know those board things to talk to like ghosts and shit? With the little like thing that you hold and then it like hovers over the letters to talk to the ghost. You know what I'm talking about. The Ouija board, right? She was saying you can use that to talk to ghosts. Then she had another fucking link to a whole other page on Ouija boards that I was reading. And apparently you can create your own homemade Ouija board, and that shit will work as well. And then there was also something weird she mentioned in this last section about conjuring the ghost, which confused me. Where is it? Let me just read this shit. Sorry, I'm just trying to find some shit. She said it was about like ghost children or something that confused me. You know what? I can't even find it. But she said something like, you can conjure a ghost, but if there's a child in puberty, you need to watch out because they have weird energy and can cause like telekinesis and shit to move in your house. I read that. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I was thinking like, does she mean you don't want to conjure a child ghost or some shit. She started talking about children going through puberty and how their energy is gonna fuck with things. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what does that mean? So should I not try and summon the little boy that my mum fucking saw like a decade ago? Because apparently he'll start moving some shit in my house. But then I clicked on some other ghost link on the website and it started talking about how I think what I got from it is I think if you have a teenager in your home, you shouldn't try and conjure a ghost because like of hormones or some shit affects the ghost, and then it makes like a poltergeist, which is like a ghost advanced edition, which is like actual violent and not like a real ghost, and they like sexually assault you or some shit. Like you can get sexually assaulted by a poltergeist, which is like another type of ghost. And I was just thinking, like, if the poltergeist or a ghost comes in my home, in my room here, and wants to try and fuck me, they're getting fucked, bro. I'm not letting them sexually assault me. They're the ones getting fucked up. I'm fucking up that ghost, bro. But hopefully it doesn't come to that, because I want to be nice. I don't want to have to abuse the ghost or anything, so I was reading that, and honestly, sorry, I kind of edged you on. Once again, I'm always edging you on. I didn't end up making a Ouija board yet. I think I'm planning on making a Ouija board soon, and then I'll try and like conjure up a ghost, maybe meet the boy that my mom was talking about. And then I'll like, obviously I'll bring you like for the whole thing, bro, and I'll show you the conjuring ghost shit. But you know, I thought, once again, as always, I thought that thing was interesting. It also said if you end up conjuring a fucking ghost, you need to be careful because they can like follow you home. The spirits can follow you home, bruv. And sometimes it's like hard to get rid of them. And the last line of this ghost conjuring post was talking about if you're lonely and want a ghost companion, you can do that, but you should probably get someone like professional to help you or some shit, bro. I don't even know. It was like, if you want a ghost companion, just because you're lonely, you can do that, but get a professional to do it. Maybe don't do it by yourself. So I don't know. That's fucking weird. I remember there was this, you know, I've never experienced any ghost shit really, besides like sleep paralysis and like motherfuckers calling my name as I'm falling asleep, but that's probably just like falling asleep shit. But I remember there was this one time, because my older brother, when we were younger, he used to like practice doing skateboard tricks like outside our house on the deck. I don't know, in Australia it's called a deck, right? Maybe it's at your fucking balcony or something if you're an American. But my brother practiced skateboard tricks and it was always making a shit ton of noise, and I could hear the skateboard going like up and down outside my room. My voice is cracked. And there was this one time where I think I was home alone. Like, it was after school. I was home alone by myself. I didn't have any pets. There was no one here. And I was in my room, I think on my bed, and there was no wind or anything. And then I suddenly just heard the skateboard fucking moving, right? And like, generally, ever since I was young, I've not really been scared of that shit. I would go out and confront the ghost, and like, I think I'm all tough and whatever when I was 12. But when I heard that shit on my bed and I heard that skateboard moving, I was scared as fuck. I didn't even go and look at that because I was like, what the hell? Like, there was no wind, and I just, like, I thought I heard footsteps as well, as if there was some motherfucker doing skateboard tricks. Like, there was some ghost trying to do some skateboard tricks outside my house, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have gone and, like, talked to whoever that was. Maybe they could have, like, gave me some fucking content. I'm gonna conjure up a ghost just to get some YouTube ideas, bro. I'm gonna literally summon a poltergeist just to give me some content ideas at this point. But I don't know. As always, join the Discord though to give me some secret knowledge. And also, like, you'll see some motherfucker from time to time just link the weirdest shit in our Discord, and then you can see it before I like talk to other people about it. I don't know. But dislike the video, leave me a mean comment, unsubscribe for me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, actually, before I go, I will say as well, that website was so fucking in-depth. I could, like, if I was making YouTube videos about that shit, I could probably make, like, 50 fucking videos about that, because it's like the most in-depth website I've ever seen. It's actually like an overwhelming amount of information. So I don't know if you'd be interested in that kind of shit, but yeah, I don't know. I love you, I love you, I love you.